So I started this look with the Elsa makeup already on. I went with purple and blues and made my lips a little bit smaller. Right now I'm just dabbing on latex. I'm creating layers of latex on my cheeks, nose, and lips. This is going to give me the frostbitten look. I'm going to do a couple layers and let it dry, and then as you can see I can get in with my scissors. It looks painful, but it's not actually my skin, so it's all good, guys. I create holes in the latex, and then I'm going to put a dark color on top of those holes to kind of give it some dimension and make it look like frostbite. Now I'm going to put blood scab inside of those holes that I created. I'm gonna go ahead and do my nose as well. I want it to look like it is just falling off in a hot mess, so I'm gonna give it a couple areas that looks holy here. Feel free to play around with it, make it your own. That's the thing about latex, is it's super forgiving, so if you mess up and you maybe peel too much of it off or you make too big of a hole, just go over it again with another latex. It dries super quick and super easy to work with. Okay, so now I'm going to be working with the zombie blood, which is actually a different color blood than the blood scab. Both of these things can be found at Walmart. I feel like the blood scab is thicker and it's brighter red, and the zombie blood is more like a dirty brown old blood look. So I like to use both of them just for dimension and just for it to kind of look a little more realistic. So again, now I'm gonna go over it with the blood scab. See, you can see the difference, how it's like bright red. They're definitely two different colors. Once I started going on this, I felt like it looked a little too fresh for the look that I was going for. So that's why I started going back over it with the zombie blood. And here I'm using the zombie blood as well. Got to get these holes right. The zombie blood is like that brownish color, so I just used my finger and put a little bit on it, rubbed it into those different holes so that I could get the look that I was going for. One thing I've learned as I've started playing with these different Halloween special effects looks is that you're gonna do a lot of different layers, and I think that by going over it several times and giving it different colors and dimension is what's going to really make it look realistic instead of just having one color on here. So you'll see that I go over these spots a few different times just because I wanted to get it full of different colors instead of just 2 or 3 different colors. I wanted to have layers and I wanted it to look really realistic. So right now I am using the black from Unique's palette 2. Just to kind of go over the edges a little bit and darken it up. I feel like it started getting too red and too burn victim-y looking. So later on I come back in here and I start adding a little blue so that I can get the frostbite look. Yep, here we go with the blue. Just gonna dab a little of that on all the different areas so that we can chill it up a little bit and make it look a little colder and not so burned looking. Of course, I wanted my lips to look frozen and cold, so I'm gonna put a little bit of that blue around my lips, and then the area that I had the latex on my upper lip, I'm going to kind of start separating that. I wanted it to look chapped and painful. So I'm gonna get my scissors and I'm going to go through and I'm going to create holes, just kind of pull it up a little bit and make it look like loose skin. And of course, I wanted it to look painful, so I'm adding a little bit of blood on that top lip as well, just so that it can look cracked. Okay, this is the key to the entire look. This is Unique's powder luminizer in the color Iridescent, and I basically put this all over the areas that I've been working on, and I also add it onto my skin everywhere. It's gonna give it a nice shimmery, cold look. I didn't have any flakes of frost on hand, so I went ahead and used one of my silicone applicators, and I just dipped it in some of the white cream Halloween makeup, and I brushed it through my brows and my lashes to kind of make it just look like I had snow on my lashes and on my brows. So I'm going for the dead zombie Elsa frostbitten look, and so I thought it'd be cool to add some veins. I'm using a super small brush, and I'm alternating between purple and blue just to kind of give it a little bit more of a realistic vein look. All right, again, I'm going over all the vein areas and the rest of my skin with the luminizer in the color Iridescent. It's gonna give me that frosty finish and also kind of buff out the harsh lines of the veins so they look a little bit more transparent and realistic. Last but not least, I went and snuck my daughter's Elsa wig so that I could get the completed look, and that is going to wrap it up for Zombie Elsa. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for hanging. If you have any questions, comment below.